Alright, Banjo Kazooie. This is not a game that I grew up with or anything. Although, maybe I should have. I don't know. Oh, what are you? 3D platformers. I've always liked 3D platformers a lot, actually. Played all of the Mario Galaxies, Super Mario Sunshine's one of my favorites. And recently, I've been watching this one YouTuber. He goes by BBK Dragoon. And can I go through the store? Oh, I can. There's something about BBK Dragoon's videos that I really liked. Who are you? Sure, they're unwelcome. Okay. I think this is like the spooky mansion level. Okay, and there's more dialogue. Napper. This guy's name is Napper. It's kind of round and almost cute if he didn't have spiky teeth. Yeah, so BBK Dragoon, his videos are kind of cozy in a way. He kind of just talks about some of the games that he's enjoying, and he's a big advocate of like playing games to enjoy the games. And I know that sounds weird, but in this kind of a landscape of competitive games, League of Legends, Valorant, you know, multiplayer games, I do feel like sometimes you get into this. Oh, also gacha games like Genshin Impact, especially gacha games like Genshin Impact. You get into this sort of a habit almost of like doing your dailies. I think I'll come back to this room later. Doing your dailies, and then at some point, you're not even sure if you're actually having fun. It's one of the things I miss a lot about these older games. And again, I never played Banjo Kazooie until now, but I've been having a really good time with it actually. This game came out in 1998. In June of 1998. Oh, we're in... Okay. Some kind of bush maze. Ooh, hello! Can I can't kill these guys. Of course I can't. They're already dead. They're ghosts. So, how do I get out? Please? Please, let me... Jump over them, I guess. Ow. Oh my god. Okay, so remember how I said I was having a good time? Sometimes this game does show its age. But again, 1998, what can you really... How much can you really complain about? This game is a collectathon, at least that's what they call it. I'm gonna die to this one ghost, oh my god. And it kind of is hot off the tails of Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 came out in 1996, and it's pretty widely regarded as one of the greatest 3D platformer games ever made, right? And for good reason. It has tight controls, it has, you know, basically everything you would want out of a 3D platformer. It's one of the most popular games to speedrun today. So even though the game, in my opinion, also clearly shows its age, it's also a game that I didn't grow up with, so maybe there's that. I don't have any nostalgic connection with either of these games, Banjo Kazooie or Super Mario 64. But hot off the tails of Super Mario 64 comes Banjo Kazooie, right? Now, the thing about platformers and like 3D platformers, but I guess also 2D platformers, is before a game like Super Mario 64 came out, all the games were 2D platformers. Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3, Yoshi's Island. I realize I'm naming only Mario games here. But the way to make a good 2D platformer. I won't say it was figured out. I can't get over this, can I? I won't say it was figured out, but game developers definitely had a lot more experience making 2D platformers. And so when you make the jump to 3D, there's suddenly like a whole new world to explore. And so a lot of these developers were kind of trying to figure out what they wanted to do with this new dimension of gameplay. And so from what I can tell, for a lot of developers, not Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 has fantastic controls, tight controls, it feels good to play. A lot of other developers, like Banjo Kazooie, for example, in my opinion, seem to have taken a more of an exploration kind of a direction, which is how we get to what we call the collectathon today, because the focus is, my camera is spazzing out. The focus is on exploration rather than on tight gameplay or like precise jumping. A lot of these developers were, you know, figuring out, trying to avoid these bees, trying to figure out how to, that's not what I was saying. These developers were, what was I saying? Oh my god. Regardless, I think making the jump to 3D and creating the collectathon as we know it today wasn't a bad choice. And of course, as developers got better at making 3D platformers as well, we started to get a lot of really tight 3D platformers. Like the new Super Mario Sunshine was pretty tight. Does this hurt me? Does this water hurt me? And then all of the other Marios, and I don't know, I'm kind of just a Mario kind of a player myself, so that's really the only one that I'm familiar with, but I went ahead and made a list of all of the 3D platformers that I want to play. That list is currently 50 games long. That is way too many games. I don't know how I'm going to get around to all those games, but I decided I wanted to go in release date order, which is why I'm playing Banjo Kazooie. I'm not going to be too scared of skipping over games if they're not fun, if I don't like them. But again, Banjo Kazooie is actually something I've been having a lot of fun with. This looks like some kind of a timed challenge. I'm gonna stomp on this, and then I probably have to run over there. Where even is that? Grab the fast shoes. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, it's through here, but I don't have the key yet. Can't go through there either. So this is where the exploration kind of comes along. Okay, big oak doors, very tough. Stupid bear, it's not fast enough. Very funny. Thank you. That witch's name is Gruntilda. But back to BBK Dragoon and some of the things that I really feel like I'm resonating with. It's playing games because they're fun. And specifically looking for the games that you find fun. He has this one concept that he calls, oh, I can climb this. He calls it the feelings test. And how it goes is, oh, and I fell. How it goes is, before you boot up a game, before you start playing a game, you ask yourself, how do I want to feel when I'm done playing this game? Right. And then I fell again. And then when you're done playing, you ask, do I feel that way? How do I feel now that I have finished playing this game? And if these two don't line up, or if your experience with the game is so much more negative than maybe you want it to be, then maybe it's a good time to reconsider that game as part of what you spend your very limited free time doing. The nice thing about Banjo Kazooie, for me at least, is that it's definitely passing the feelings test. Every time I play this game, I am playing on an emulator, so I think some of the age shows even more because of that. I'm getting some lag spikes and things like that. Not really lag spikes, but some FPS problems. Maybe because my computer is not strong enough. But in general, this game is fun. I can see why so many people loved this game when it came out. But that's it from me. I am going to enjoy playing the rest of this level now. And I will see you if I ever decide to upload another video. Oh, look at the Banjo Kazooie stained glass. That looks so good. That actually looks so good. Wow. I want that on my wall.